Hey, what's going on, you guys? It's Glenn. Happy Monday. Hope that everybody had a great last week. Myself, I actually had quite a bit of stuff going on, and I've been cutting back on soda, going to the gym more often, had some work stuff to take care of, finishing up taxes. And honestly, I was feeling pretty burned out by the time the weekend rolled around, and I almost didn't even make a video here, but I was thinking to myself, like, it'd be a good thing to get something out there and stay consistent, make sure that I keep putting things out even when you don't feel like it, because that's when the change really happens. So today I wanted to tell a quick story about the time that acting became more than just a skill or a job to me and actually felt more like a philosophical or quasi-religious sort of pursuit, as crazy as that might sound, but stay with me. It was the time where I'd gone from just thinking of voice acting as a fun hobby to do, just a fun skill to develop that I could, have some fun, make some money with. And then came to realize that, acting can really be a path to having a better understanding about what life is about and how to treat other people and how to live your best life. So the story goes back about 2.5 years ago. I was on a workshop. I was on a Zoom call in a voiceover workshop with an instructor that I had met on the website Casting Call Club, Brendan Hunter. He'd done some work in Dragon Ball Z, Hunter x Hunter. He'd done some other animation work. Great guy, awesome, great career, great guy, great instructor. Anyway, we were doing a workshop for about an hour and a half, and then at the end, he just opened the floor up to questions. And we'd been talking about how it's important, if you want to get really good, meaningful, realistic deliveries, that you need to be able to embody the emotion of the character of the scene that you're talking about and make it feel real to you. And to be able to develop that. And so I asked him, like, how do you develop that muscle? How do we develop the muscle to be able to feel, to be in the moment, to, be able to make it as real as we can? And his response just really took me back. And it was pretty profound. And I'm not going to be able to repeat it word for word, but I'll be able to get the basic essence of it. And he talked about how if you want to be the best actor that you can be and be able to deliver those realistic performances where you're not just playing a character, but you really are the character, it comes down to just being empathetic to loving other people and just living life, being able to not shy away from your emotions, being able to relate to other people and open your heart up to them and just be able to experience life in its fullness rather than just walking through the motions of what you think life ought to look like. And I think he went on for about 5 minutes, explaining this thing. And it was just like, wow, it really took me back and made me think a lot more about, what this acting thing is really about. And also gave me some more fuel for wanting to continue pursuing acting because, like I said, now it wasn't just a fun thing to do. It wasn't just a hobby or a way to make money, but it was like, this could be a really profound experience to learn how to become the kind of person who can just be totally in sync with their emotions, to be able to put themselves in the shoes of another person and be able to just really exhibit what that character would exhibit in that situation that they're in. So that really was kind of the catalyst that set me on the path of realizing that acting could be a much deeper practice than I had originally maybe given it credit for. And you just started looking at, you start to look at things from a different perspective then, and you realize that, in acting, it gives you this unique opportunity to try and feel and think what it's like to be somebody else. And that could be, just a different person, a different stage of life. It could be a villain. It could be somebody who's a drug addict, somebody who's living a totally different life than you, a totally different perspective. But by going through the process of doing your homework and becoming that character, it improves your ability to really empathize with other people who maybe, like I said, radically different than you are. And all of a sudden you have an amount of, well, not all of a sudden, by working through this, you start to develop a greater understanding for, why people may fall into the things that they do, why they make the decisions they make, why they may see the world the way that they do. And then you start to realize that, when you start looking at different people, maybe we're not so different after all. Maybe, all the different circumstances in life lead us to live these different lives. And sometimes we forget that at the end of the day, we're all human beings. We all hurt. We all love. We all have things that we want. And the best thing that we can do is try to understand that and keep that in mind when interacting with other people. And hopefully, that'll make your own life better as well as the lives of those that you interact with. Anyway, that's about that's just a little glimpse into the sort of thoughts that I've gotten to get into as I've started to really understand acting on a deeper level after, having that experience with Brendan and then going on to do more of my own homework and education and just really deepening the practice here. So hope that gives you guys something to think about. Maybe you can, if you're an actor, you can start thinking about that yourself, or if you're doing something else, maybe you can apply some of those lessons to your own pursuits. But anyway, like I said, quick video here, feeling pretty tired, want to get back to just chilling out and hopefully rest up well and get ready to kick it off next week. Thanks again for tuning in. Love you all and have a great week. Take care.